And welcome back to another episode of Life in Prison. As always, my name is Zach. So unfortunately, I spent 5 years of my life in West Virginia Maximum Security Prison, Mount Olive, and Huttonsville. Since getting out, I've got my medical degree, and I've started working in urgent care, helping others who unfortunately cannot help themselves. What I do is tell stories about the time that I was locked up, along with getting out, trying to get on the right path, along with doing interviews with inmates that's still locked up in prison, regardless if it's for murder, doing a life sentence, for drug charges, or for stealing, just showing you a first-hand look what it's actually like living life in prison. Unfortunately, you can shoot guns, you can sell drugs, you can steal stuff, but ultimately, it's going to take you down this path. And at the end, it's a 7x12 with your name on it all alone, and you're not going to like it. So if you haven't already done it, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification button so you'll be first informed when I upload. So today what we're going to be talking about is the 2022-23 Prison YouTuber Creator Awards. I am taking it upon myself to go ahead and award the individuals that have not only been to prison but have also gotten out and tried to help others from preventing going down the same path that we have all went down. So there's a few different type of YouTubers that I actually watch and personally enjoy that have not only in the prison genre, but also in the regular sector of YouTube. So I always tip my hat to the individuals that have not only went down the path, but have also came out and became very successful in doing YouTube videos. A lot of people say the YouTube prison genre is dead, but from the numbers that I see, it is clearly still very much alive and thriving. So first off, I want to go and shout out Jessica Kent. She is a female prison YouTuber. She's sitting at about 981,000 subscribers. She did a year in New York prison, along with doing a few years in Kansas prison also, along with doing the year in New York and the 5 years in Kansas. She's also been battling with drug addiction for the past 10 years, and she has been thriving and doing what she needs to do to help others cope with the things that they are doing to help them not go back down the same path, because everyone's got their own trigger, and unfortunately a lot of people end up relapsing. So I shout out to you, Jessica Kent. Keep doing what you're doing and promoting positivity in every video that you do. Next is Joe from After Prison Show. He's sitting about 1.4 million subscribers. You know, he came out onto YouTube and definitely created a platform, especially for the prison genre. He did about 7.5 years for drugs and for weapons charges, and since getting out has dedicated his life to not only working to promote himself, to make himself better, and to help those who are willing to watch. So Joe from After Prison Show, I greatly appreciate your content and keep pushing positivity as always, my guy. So Sean Atwood is next. He's sitting at about 725,000 subs. So he was a ecstasy dealer, ecstasy trafficker. He ended up getting big and hitting it big in the stock market. So he eventually ended up doing 9.5 years in Arizona. And after he ended up getting out of Arizona, they ended up deporting him back to the UK. Like I said, he was a ecstasy trafficker and he was playing around in the stock market. You know, a lot of those dudes became successful. If you know what you're doing, it pays off. Not only that, but he's also written 13 books at the same time. So busy individual. Check out his YouTube channel. You know, like I said, there's a lot of different individuals from walks of life that have been down a different path, but ultimately it boils down to the same thing. We've done our time, look back, try to right our wrongs, and preventing others from doing the same. So next we have Christina Randall. She is new that I just started watching here recently. So she ended up doing almost 3 years for robbery, escape, and battery. She's sitting at 1.3 million subs. And end up doing time in Florida. You know, there's another female that has gotten out and has flourished. You know, whenever you're a female that went to prison, there's a lot more people that'll listen to what you have to say because there's not a lot of female prison YouTubers out here. So whenever you got Jessica Kent and Christina Randall, you know, these are younger females that have went down this path. They may not have done a lot of the time that a lot of these dudes have had to do, but their story is still very much interesting, and seeing them getting out and not only making a company for themselves, but creating something where longevity, they can provide for their family for years on end. So keep doing what you're doing, Christina. I salute you. Keep pushing positivity. Next, we have another one of my favorites, Josh from Lockdown 23-1. Did a bunch of time down in Virginia, was, you know, a poker guru while he was in prison, along with the tattoo man. He's sitting at currently 696,000 subs. Like I said, he did some time in Virginia. Apparently went back and forth, did a couple prison sentences, but Once again, he has gotten out, not only created something for his own, but also has been helping individuals out there that have unfortunately been dealing with different types of issues. If you have a platform and you have went down this path, if you're able to take that information and pass it to the next person that's willing to listen, it can definitely save their lives in many different types of aspects. Next is another one of my favorites is Jay from Jay Williams Let's Live Life. Also another content creator, prison creator that did time in Virginia Department of Correction. He recently just got his channel hacked about a month ago and is now recovered from that. And he has not only been helping out his community, but he's been helping out other YouTubers who are coming up in the prison genre, helping them, look, at the end of the day, it's pushing content, being yourself, and don't tell lies. That is how you become a successful YouTuber. And honestly, I've been taking his words to heart since I've gotten on my channel and started doing it about a year ago. There's a lot of individuals that you can definitely learn from. And if they are in the same genre, doing the same thing that you're doing, if they are successful, it's definitely wise to take notes because clearly what they're doing is working hard for what they are trying to achieve. So Jay, as always, you already know I send my utmost respect and I salute you for doing what you're doing. Keep pushing positivity. Those are just a short list of the ones that have pretty much 200, 300,000 subscriber count and up. But there's also a lot of us other prison creators that have not reached that goal yet. And I want to shout them out and let them know that, hey, we are all out here doing the same thing. The only way you're going to become more successful is if you put out more content. Worrying about another creator and what they're talking about, what they're doing, that's not going to end up helping you. These guys have been focused on what they're out here doing. They do not get dragged into this drama stuff because they know it's not going to help their channel. So I want to salute you guys and let you know that I am out here supporting along with a lot of us. Keep doing what you're doing. This is just a short list of subscribers that, so we have Chad from Blood on the Razor Wire. I've spoke with him here and there on Instagram. He's a real good dude. He did a lot of federal prison time and currently he's sitting at 95,000 subscribers. He's almost to the 100,000 subscriber mark. So Chad, I want to go ahead and shout you out and say thank you for all the stuff that you've been doing for not only all the other subscribers, but for the other content creators, bringing them on your channel and giving them an opportunity to get a higher platform. Then you've got a dude named Banky Pounds. I've watched some of his stuff here and there. He's currently sitting about 72,000 subscribers. I haven't watched enough to see where he did time at. I just know that he's been putting out content and a lot of people enjoy watching him. I've only seen a few of his things, a few of his videos, so I couldn't go into detail and tell you honestly where he even did time at. Like their video, comment, and stuff like that. So the next one would be Big Lance off the Yard, another individual that did time in Virginia prisons. He's currently sitting at almost 27.5 thousand subscribers. He did time in Virginia with Jay Williams, along with doing time in the same prison since his Lockdown 23 and 1. I don't believe they did time together, but they were pretty much all in the same prisons. He's came out and started a channel trying to help individuals along with also going through some of his own personal things. Next person we got is Matt Cox, who did some prison time, federal prison time. Currently, he is sitting at 60,000 subscribers. He did a bunch of federal prison time and has also gotten out and written a few books and does a podcast. So, Matt Cox, I'm going ahead and shouting you out. I greatly appreciate your content and you showing individuals that, hey, federal prisons like this, you definitely don't want to go down that path. Last but not least is the ones that I actually personally mess with on a one-on-one basis and I talk to. These are the ones that have yet to pass that 50,000 subscriber mark. So, AZ Ruction ended up doing some time out in Arizona, the Cactus State. He is currently sitting at almost 2,000 subscribers. He describes a lot of the politics that ends up going on in the Western prisons, Arizona for instance, and bringing light to a lot of things that end up happening behind closed doors. So AZ, go ahead, shout you out. Appreciate all the content you've been putting out there. Then we got Kfrog, who ended up doing some time in Florida. He is currently sitting at 71,000 subscribers. Honestly, he is the only YouTube prison creator that I've seen that has been able to get not one, not two, but multiple videos on his cell phone while in prison. He's got a volume out, Kfrog TV Volume 1 and 2, where it's just nothing but him with his cell phone in Florida prisons. I mean, he shows big knives, he shows people with stacks, racks of dollar bills, people with drugs. he shows prison for what it really is. He may not have been in a maximum security prison. This is more of a lower classification prison, but you can see what goes on. So only imagine what happens behind closed doors when it's dudes that have life sentences and bigger sentences who really do not care. Shedding light on what really happens in there. I definitely salute you, Kfrog. You already know that I mess with your content. I'm out there always hitting that like button for you, my guy. Keep pushing positivity, man. Harvey Talks Prison, an individual who did 29 years in Missouri prison for murder. He was one of the first YouTubers who actually started contacting me whenever I first started my channel. He's a real down-to-earth dude, and honestly, he's one of the guys who's probably did the most amount of time that I conversate with on YouTube. 29 years in Missouri prison. Regardless of what state you're at, that's a lot of time. Harvey, you already know I love your content, and as always, I still got the bracelet that you made for me up here, man. It's gonna be up there forever. From Vegas Profile Stories, formerly known as Vegas Prison Stories, allegedly. Did time out there in Nevada prisons and talks about a lot of the wood piles and a lot of the politics that goes on out there, along with motorcycle gangs, chapters, a bunch of stuff that happens out there on the West Coast. Very interesting stuff. He's done things with the officer that showed up for the Tupac murder. He does a lot of stuff that happens out there. As I said, down-to-earth guy. Rick, you already know I love your stuff. Keep pushing. And last but not least, an individual who not only did prison time, but formerly was also a guard before he went to prison up at Mount Olive here in West Virginia's only maximum security prison for the dudes that are never going home. This individual used to be a CO. Some things happened and end up going on the other side of the fence. That's why it's called on both sides of the fence. He has been not only a CO in a maximum security prison and has seen a lot of stuff. But unfortunately, he has went over on the other side and unfortunately has done prison time himself. He does a lot of videos where he tells about his time on both sides of the fence, regardless if it's for him being a CO or an inmate himself. He has a lot of interesting stories out there, so go ahead and check him out. This is just a short video on the Prison Content Creator Awards. The one who gets the Creator Award is everybody, because at the end of the day, if you can take a negative situation, turn it into a positive, and help others while helping and growing yourself, then I feel that you are all winning at the same time. Keep pushing positivity, because at the end of the day, this world is filled with negativity. As always, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification button so you'll be first informed when I upload. This was the first Prison Content Creator Awards. How many people are actually out there that have went to prison and not only have gotten out, but have became very successful for themselves and helping others at the same time? A lot of people tell me that the prison creator content stuff is all dead. The prison creators it's no more. Clearly you are wrong, because there is a lot of individuals who are very successful out here that did prison time, regardless if it's for 1 to 2 years or up to 30 and 40 years. If you can come out, hop on a platform and help others, I think that is a beautiful thing. As always, guys, I send my utmost love, loyalty, respect. I'm sending all my love to all the prison content creators out there. Thank you for doing what you're doing and helping those so they do not have to go through what we all went through. As always, guys, happy 2023. I hope you all learned from the things that happened in 2022 to prevent things from reoccurring once again. As always, I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope you come back for more. We gone, guys.